Did you know that right now, instead of just earning 2.5% on your CPF OA, you can use it to invest into Singapore T-bills and fixed deposits to earn a much higher interest? However, each of the methods come with its pros and cons. So, how to decide? That's why in this video, we'll be analyzing both methods to see which is the better choice. Invest in T-bills or fixed deposits? Alright, let's jump right in. Let's talk about fixed deposits first. If you check Sydney, you'll see that banks are now offering up to 4.1% interest. That's even higher than CPF SA interest. Amazing! But hold up, before you get excited, the fixed deposits you see here are actually for cash investments, meaning you can't invest your CPF money here to get the 4.1% interest. So right now, the only bank that's letting you invest your CPF money into fixed deposits is OCBC. If you go to their website, you see the Chinese New Year exclusive time deposit rates. That's not it. Scroll down a bit, time deposit rates. Not this either. Scroll down some more, CPF time deposit rates. This is the one where you can invest your CPF money in. If you invest for 8 months, you will get a 3.88% interest. Or if you invest for 12 months, you will get a slightly lower 3.4% interest. So obviously, it's better to take the 8 months one, where you lock up your money for fewer months, but you earn a much higher interest. Next, T-bills. We won't be able to tell what's the yield until the result comes out. But we can roughly guess what the yield is based on recent trends. So recently, T-bill yields have gone all the way up to 4.3%, before finally settling down at 3.9%, which means that in the upcoming auction later this month, we should be seeing a similar yield of around 3.9%. Not guaranteed, of course. It all depends on how people are going to bid for it. If more noobs, more people bid for lower yields, the yield will go down. And if more people bid for higher yields, the yield will go up. So simple. If you want to know how it really works, you can check out this video here, where I explain how the bidding process works. But anyway, let's compare between investing in fixed deposits and T-bills to see which is the better choice. Here, I'm comparing how much interest I would get if I invest $10,000 on CPF OA, 8 months OCBC fixed deposit which gives 3.88% interest, and the 6 months T-bills with the latest 3.93% yield. For CPF OA, it's quite straightforward. I'm getting $20.83 interest every month. As for fixed deposit, even though it's an 8 months FD, the period here is 9 months from February till October. That's because CPF calculates interest by using the lowest balance for the month. So even if we get back the money in October, we won't earn any interest from CPF that month. That's why I'm using a 9-month period instead of 8 months. Then in November, because there's extra money in the account now, I'll be earning a slightly higher interest. Finally, for 6 months T-bills, after all the fees, I will earn $190 interest. And depending on when you get back your money from the T-bills, sometimes it will be a 7-month period, sometimes it will be an 8-month period. For example, for the 9 February T-bill, it matures in August. So from February to August, that's 7 months. So after 1 year, we can see that the fixed deposit method gives 29% extra interest compared to CPF OA, while T-bills only give an extra 18% extra interest. Hosebo. Now, some people be like, of course the fixed deposit will earn more interest lah. The T-bills is only giving half the interest ma. So here's another chart, but this time I extended the time period to 27 months to make the comparison fairer. If we ignore compounding, CPF OA will just earn $20.83 interest throughout it all. OCBC fixed deposit will also keep earning $258 interest every time. Same for T-bills, which is earning $190. Now both OCBC fixed deposit and T-bills are giving very similar interest. Though, because of the fees on the T-bills, you end up earning a slightly higher interest on OCBC fixed deposit. Here's another comparison, but this time we are investing 100k. You can see that when we are investing more money, T-bills ended up giving a slightly higher return, just because it is giving a much higher interest rate. But of course, this high interest rate will not last forever, yeah. So if you want a fair comparison at the current moment, the OCBC fixed deposit still gives you a higher amount of interest. just because it lasts for more months. So let's go apply for the OCBC fixed deposit. But wait, what's the catch? There's always a catch. And that is, if you want to apply for the fixed deposit, you will need to head down to the branch to apply. And according to some reports, the queue is like 4 hours long. But I guess that's alright, because it seems like you guys always like to queue for stuff. Okay, just kidding. That's actually a way to avoid queuing at the bank. Just open up the OCBC app, tap on More Services, tap on Easy Queue. Choose what type of account you have, select the branch nearest to you, select investment, insurance, loans and fixed deposit, and enter your mobile number to get a queue ticket. And tada! You have just avoided queuing at the bank. But just remember to head down to the bank when it's almost your turn, yeah? Quick pause. Some of you guys have been asking me how to track your SSB and T-bills, because most of the portfolio trackers out there don't really support them. So let me share a lobang with you guys. You can check out a website called Stocks Cafe. Besides tracking your usual stocks, Stocks Cafe lets you track SSB and T-bills. Once you have added your bonds, you will know when you'll be receiving your dividends from the bonds, together with all the other stock dividends. There's also a neat feature where you can view how much dividends you'll be receiving from SSB over the next few years. Stocks Cafe is free to try, but if you need additional features, you can always upgrade anytime you want. But for most people, the free trial is more than enough. So if you are interested, you can sign up to Stocks Cafe with my link down below. With that being said, let's get back to the video. With that being said, there are still some people who find this super troublesome. They'll be like, but I don't want to go out leh. The weather very hot leh. In that case, T-bills would be your next best choice. That's because DBS now lets you do the application online. So if your CPF investment scheme account is with DBS, you can just go and apply online. So that's good. You see, even the writer looks happy here. Unfortunately, OCBC and UOB don't allow that yet, though they are already planning to enable this by the first quarter of 2023. So we can expect to see it latest by April this year. Okay, let me share some tips and tricks here, yeah? First, whichever you want to invest in, try to apply for the investment at the start of the month. That's because, as mentioned earlier, CPF will calculate the interest by using the lowest balance for the month. So if you wait till the end of the month to apply, you might miss out on 2 months worth of interest instead of just 1 month. By applying for the investment at the start of the month, you will only miss out on 1 month's worth of interest. Then in the future, when it matures, you will also have enough time to get back the money and reinvest into another new FD or T-bills without losing another month's worth of interest. So be sure to apply early, yeah? Second, if you decide to invest in T-bills, you need to use competitive bidding instead of non-competitive bidding. That's because we won't know what the yield is until the result comes out. If suddenly the yield drops too low, you might end up earning less interest from T-bills compared to CPF OA. So what's the minimum yield to bid for? The formula to use is T-bill yield times 6 months equals 2.5% times number of months before the money comes back to CPF OA. So if the bond spans across 7 months, the T-bill yield should be at least 2.92%. And if the bond spans across 8 months, the yield should be at least 3.33%. That way, you will always make sure that you get a higher T-bill yield than CPF OA. And if the yield goes below that, your bid will fail and you will just continue earning the interest from CPF OA. Third, if you really want to earn this high interest, chop, go and do it soon. That's because the high inflation has likely peaked and the Fed is only going to raise interest rates a couple more times before stopping, which means that all these high FD and T-bill yields could be coming down soon. Gupta-san has also warned us about this, where he expects T-bill yields to start dropping in May. So quickly go apply while all these good deals are still available, yeah? Anyway, that's all for this video. Hopefully you find it useful. Like, share and subscribe as I'll be posting new videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday.